Students, in my previous video lectures, I have discussed one comprehensive video on structuralism and another video on post-structuralism. But some of the viewers have requested me to prepare another video in which we can compare structuralism with post-structuralism. So in today's lecture, let's try to understand structuralism and post-structuralism from a comparative point of view. You see, both these theories, they give emphasis, they stress upon the importance of language and science, okay, and in shaping our understanding of the world. They believe, how do we understand the world? We understand the world through science, through language, okay. However, there are some very important differences between these two theories. Total, I'm going to discuss 9 important differences between structuralism and post-structuralism. So now let's begin. Structuralism is what? You see, it's a theoretical approach which emerged in the mid 20th century. Mid 20th century means you can say roughly 1940s onwards, okay. But post-structuralism emerged during the late 20th century. That means you can say it is about 1960s and 70s onwards, right? So one difference. Second one, who is the father of structuralism? Remember the name Ferdinand de Saussure. Who is the father of post-structuralism? Remember this name, Jacques Derrida. Okay, the theory of structuralism was first found and discussed by Saussure in this book, The Course in General Linguistics. Now, this was actually not the book written by Saussure. Saussure was a professor, he was a lecturer, he was delivering lectures on philosophy, on language, and after his death, his students collected his lecture notes and they published it under this title, Course in General Linguistics, which was published posthumously. Posthumously means after Saussure's death in 1916, and there we come across this theory in the beginning. Later on, it picked up in 1940s and 50s. Theory of post-structuralism was first delivered by Jacques Derrida when he delivered a lecture in an international symposium in 1966. The title of that lecture was Structure, Sign and Play in the Discourse of the Human Sciences. Okay, so remember these days, 1916 structuralism and 1966 post-structuralism. Now, what is structuralism? Structuralism believes in a two-tiered reality about language. Okay, they believe that the first is the lang, the abstract and invisible layer. Saussure gave these two terms, lang and parole. If you want to understand these two terms in detail, I have already uploaded one video on lang and parole. Separately, you can go to the playlist and find it out in my channel. Okay, so lang is a set of rules of language, okay, and parole is the actual speech that we use in day-to-day conversation, right? So right now the language that I am using, the speech that I am using is parole, and the rules that I follow while using this speech is called lang. So structuralism believes in these two tiers, lang and parole. On the other hand, post-structuralism believes that language and science are not stable and fixed. Okay, you cannot fix one meaning with one word. Okay, one speech. Say for example, when I say the word tree, Okay, some of the viewers might have the picture of a mango tree in their mind. Some other viewers might have the picture of a banyan tree in their mind. So the word tree does not have one meaning. It implies so many different truths. Okay, so meaning is not fixed with language. That's what post-structuralism believed. On the other hand, now structuralism believes in the binary opposition, the philosophy of binary opposition. The structuralists, they believe that we understand this world by binary oppositions. That means we call someone rich. Why? Because he is not poor. Yes, okay. In the same manner, we understand darkness. Why? Because we have seen light. So, when we say the door is open, why do we say door is open? Because we see that the door is not closed. So, everywhere there are binary relationships, and through binary oppositions we understand this world. This is what structuralism believes. On the other hand, post-structuralism rejects this binary opposition. Okay, understanding about the world keeps on changing from time to time. It depends upon the culture, and from culture to culture it is different, right? So what is sweet in India may not be sweet in Japan. What is loved by the people in Japan may not be loved by people in America. So meaning keeps on changing. It depends upon the culture, right? So that is the difference. Sixth difference is that structuralists believe that there is one single truth. Okay, they believe in only one truth, and they say that this truth we have to find out by analyzing the structures in the language, in poetry, in literature. Okay, so they believe in one fixed reality. But on the other hand, as I told you earlier, post-structuralists believe that there is not one truth, and truth also keeps on changing. It is all subjective. Subjective means personal. What is truth to me may not be truth to you. Okay, so from person to person, from culture to culture, from society to society, from time to time, in different contexts, truth keeps on changing. So history plays an important role, culture plays an important role in bringing about the changes in the truth about this world. So post-structuralism, you can say, they are open-minded, they believe in multiplicity of meaning, and structuralists, they believe in one single reality, one single truth. Difference number 7. Structuralists focus on the text. Text means the poem itself, okay, the language used by the author, the symbols, the images, and then you find out the meaning from those symbols, those texts, okay, those words or signs which are used by the poet. But post-structuralists, they believe in focusing the context, in which context a particular a work of art is read by the reader. Okay, so the meaning depends upon the reader, not upon the text. Here the focus is not the text in post-structuralism. The focus is something beyond text. Beyond text, what things do we have? We have culture, we have context, and we have readers. Okay, in structuralism, the author is more important. The author who creates the structures in language, these structures are to be studied and interpreted in order to derive the meaning. But in post-structuralism, the author is replaced by the reader. Roland Barthes published one essay, Death of the Author. He declared that author is not at all important. Once he finishes writing a work of art, his role is over. Now the meaning depends on the reader, how the reader views and how the reader interprets the particular work of art, meaning depends on that, and reader's understanding depends on his circumstances, his conflicts that he has come through in his life. Okay, so lot many things combine together to make the meaning in literature, in poetry. Okay, and last difference, let me tell you who are the major important major structuralists in literature. Remember this name: Ferdinand de Saussure, Claude Lévi-Strauss, Gerald Genet, okay, Zevenatan Torudov, a Bulgarian French literary critic. These are some followers of structuralism. On the other hand, we have some followers of post-structuralism like Jacques Derrida, Roland Barthes, Michel Foucault, Jean Baudrillard, and Julia Kristeva. Okay, these are some important followers of post-structuralism. I hope these 9 differences between structuralism and post-structuralism are clear to you. But still, if you have any doubts or questions, do write to me in the comment section of this channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you.